Good day. You're welcome to the Smartbukites Contributors Onboarding. Let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Badru Sulaiman. I'm the founder and the Chief Executive Officer at Smartbukites. Yeah, so thank you very much for your interest at Smartbukites. We really appreciate. We are glad that you are part of those who want to make the difference. What part of those who want to move the needle and change the system of the Bayer University and the education in the entire world at large. So thank you very much for tuning in. I will be walking you through the Smartbukites onboarding process. There are some things you need to know about us, and even though you've actually read about us in the article shared, we still like to explain things in details, how you are going to contribute, and some kind of processes that you'll be going through, so that everybody can be on the same page and you can know how to get to us and how things are going to look like. Yeah, so firstly, let's quickly take a look at a brief history so that we can get to know more about SMB. So SMB was founded in November 2018, as you've read in the article shared with you. So it actually started when there's a particular guy in the Faculty of Engineering. Is actually smart, good, and excellent, but the rate of failure in that faculty was too much that around 80 to 20% of students are failing and passing respectively. So you can see only 20% are passing in that faculty and the department, of which 80% are having carryovers, failing, and all that. So him being an icon of excellence, he decided to sit down. How can he help the student of his department, the faculty, and a lot of students in the university without getting to know him physically or who he is or things like that? So he decided to reach out to one of his excellent colleagues also. So they decided to sit down, they brainstormed and come up with an excellent platform which is known as Smartbukites today. So Smartbukites was created from trying to solve a particular problem of failure, the rate of failure in the university, the way students are failing, the way things are not going right in terms of learning, the way we all know how the academic environment is being hectic. So these two founders, they sat down and kind of like think of a platform which they can share their knowledge remotely without getting to meet everybody physically. Because, for example, let's say if you want to help a lot of students physically, you have to start creating tutorials. Some people might not attend, or you might not be able to, the capacity might not be enough. Sometimes classes are locked. But if you can have an online platform whereby you can help students at the comfort of your bed, and they can get to see whatever you want to share with them anywhere, anytime. In fact, they could even repeat watching the video of what you've actually explained to them, even though they didn't understand. So things like that was what led us to creation of Smartbukites. And ever since, we've expanded and things have been going fine. It started in the Faculty of Engineering, but it has expanded to some other faculties like Faculty of Law, Faculty of Computer Science, and all that. So we still look forward to expanding more and pushing things further, so that all students in the Bayer University can have access to smart learning, and everybody can be smart and become part of what Smartbukites at large. So that's the brief history about what Smartbukites is. So ever since we set a mission that we aspire to create an outstanding platform that will promote educational excellence, strengthen and develop student connection and engagement through collaboration in Bayer University. So we want to strengthen students and make sure that yes, everything is going excellently and all students are learning and easing the learning process, so that at least we can have, let's say, 90% of success in each faculty and departments, instead of reverse the case. Yeah, so our vision is to become the most accepted and leading platform. Yeah, we want to become the most accepted, and that's the reason why we've been working hard, so that we could help to ease student academic struggle. Yeah, so that's a brief summary about our mission, our vision, and where we started from. Yeah, so for every platform, there's actually what guides it, what actually just like the core value of what they believe in and how they carry out what they do. Yeah, so I've explained the reason why we are doing what we do. We want to reduce the rate of failure. We want to help students, boost them academically, boost them morally, and help them learn, and also expose them to a lot of innovations and a lot of things, life after university and things like that. So that was what we have been up to since the starting of SMB at 2018. Yeah, so we have core values, about 5 core values, even though there are more than that, but these are the ones we take seriously, and this defines our culture, our tradition, and our commitment to the world of education and our community at large. Yeah, so you being part of you being as a contributor as SMB, you're also part of the family, which means you are part of the ecosystem. There are some qualities that you need to show, there are some qualities that you need to carry out, and some things that you have to be different from the rest of the students. Yeah, you have to show excellence. The number one is we love excellence. We love it. Excellence in terms of education, in terms of whatever thing you are doing. Even though we know not everybody is good academically, but you need to show that excellence. You have to be somebody who is very serious and somebody who loves to succeed. Yeah, not only in academics, even whatever you do in terms of your contribution, in terms of your committed to the society, in terms of the way you speak, in terms of whatever thing you do. We love excellence. We like to be good at it. That's the reason why majority of us at SMB, we are good academically, we are good socially. Whatever thing we do in life, we love to be excellent at whatever thing you do. So going forward, we love to see such kind of core values in you. And the next is we lead by example. So as you can see, this is an initiative whereby a lot of people, two people came together and started something, then the rest of the people follow. Those people that actually follow, they're actually leading. Nobody is trying to wait for something before they do something. No, you have to lead by example. You have to show sample. Whatever you are even doing in your class, you have to come up with initiatives. Try to participate in a lot of things. When people are contributing, don't try to sit down or try to wait. If you have something important to share, you try to share it. So the spirit of leading, the spirit of leadership is in us at SMB, and we'd like you to also show that in terms of you being part of our contributor. Whatever thing you have, you could step up. If there's any mistake, if there's anything, any recommendation you have for SMB, you could forward your emails. All those kind of steps, you need to show your high skills of leadership, as it's very important. Yeah, so the next thing is we act with integrity. Yeah, we love trust, honesty, respect, and integrity. Whatever we do at SMB, we love all these things. We are clean. We don't do things. We don't lie. We don't do all this dishonesty. We hate that. So we like, as much as possible, we keep our integrity, because we want to change the system. And for you to change the system, you have to be trustworthy. You have to be someone with high level of integrity. Yeah, so we love to work with people with high integrity and people that don't just lie and just manipulate things. Yeah, we like to come out clean and work effectively. Yeah, so the next one is we work as a team. Yeah, so now you are also part of the team. As you are watching this video, you are part of the contributor at SMB, so which means you are part of our ecosystem. So whatever thing you are, we might require you to come and work with some of our team. Maybe you have a direct connection with somebody, so we like to kind of like work together, make things work fine. And whatever thing you want to do, if you have any problem, don't try to do it on your own. If you're having challenges, you could reach out to anybody that you have access to and you have contact to. So that's it. We like to work as a team. Nobody is working separately, because we believe that togetherness is the best way forward to move the needle and to change the academic environment and ease student academic performance. Yeah, so we love working as a team. So the last but not least is ownership. So whatever thing we do, we like to take ownership. We don't believe that Smartbukites is just for the members, people that are the CEO, people that are there. Me as a contributor, I'm not. No, you're also part of the ecosystem. Whatever you are, you have to show that symptoms, and you have to show that energy of SMB, which means you have to help the students wherever way you can. You have to keep trying to change the academic system and trying to improve things. Take ownership of the challenge. This is just like a challenge to us. We all know how things are, but we want to come up with an initiative that can change the entire academic environment and help students, make them improve in whatever they do and everything. So I think at this stage, you know all our services at SMB based on the articles you've read. You know what we are into in terms of past questions, solutions, textbooks, motivational speech, articles, internship, whatever it is. I think you've actually read about that, so I won't be diving in. So the next thing I will be explaining now is the community contribution process. Yeah, I think for you to be here, which means you've actually selected something that you want to be contributing to SMB. You've applied for something, and you should be I'm trying to communicate the process whereby you'll be using now the channel of which how it's going to look like to be contributing at SMB, and the channels you are going to be following to carry out those activities. Yeah, so I will be explaining everything in general. So depending on whatever one you select, you could start following on that track, or even though if you still want to change your mind and add up some more rules to your rule, because based on the explanation I'll be explaining, maybe you try to get more clarity on some activities. Maybe you still want to partake in that. There's no problem. You can partake in as much activities you want. So nobody will force you to do something. This is we want you to do something because yes, you want to be part and you want to do it, and you want to create an impact, and you want to help the students. Yeah, so I'll be explaining all whatever one that you selected, or whatever you want to add to it. So just try to understand how it is and how the process will be like, and you could start following up with the entire process. Yeah, so the first one is relevant books. As we've explained in the article, I'll be explaining it in details again. So we found out that there are some faculties like that textbooks are much. Remember, we put this word relevant. It has to be relevant. So sometimes some lecturers might decide to give out a lot of books to students, and that can be very, very overwhelming. For example, not every student have the same capacity to read. So we try to filter out books at SMB, try to bring out books, the standard books. For example, let's say Master 1301, for example. There are a lot of books about Master 1301 online, or whatever books that you see. But we try to select the best at SMB and upload it on our website. So for each course or whatever thing it is, whatever faculty, whatever department it is, we like to select those relevant books and upload it on our site, so that students can have access to downloading them instead of them having a lot of books. I don't know if you've actually had this experience before, where you collect a lot of books from maybe your seniors or people that are above you, and at the end of the day you end up not reading even one, because things are very much, you are even confused of which one to read. So we are trying to solve that problem in terms of filtering out the best and easy to read books for students. Yeah, so maybe in your faculty, in your department, you can decide to check out all those books that are relevant and those books that you think are best suitable for each course, and select them out, put them in a folder, and send it to SMB. Yeah, so basically this is the first one. So if you have books and you want to share that you think they are relevant and they are very important, that can help the students that are coming behind you, or students that will be coming in years to come, you could share it with SMB. Just send an email first. Send an email alerting SMB that you have a book that you want to share. Then the entire process on how you are going to share those textbooks will be explained to you and will be communicated to you. Yeah, so let me quickly take a recap. Relevant books, and if you have any relevant books you could share with SMB, you send an email that alerting SMB that I have some relevant books. Then we can follow up with the process of how you could share those books with us. Yeah, so if you apply in this process, we already know that you've applied. We are going to send an email to you on how you should start sharing books with us. Yeah, so I believe everybody can share books. Everybody have some books that they read that are important. Yeah, so that's it about sharing of textbooks. The next one we have here is past question submission or solution. Yeah, so as we all know that past questions are just like reference, which means sometimes it is very good. It is part of the academic system to always look at past question before the exam, even during the exam also. But we found out that the system now in the university is just basically dependent on past question. People just want to people will not read at the starting of the semester. At the end of the semester, the close to exam, they'll not start reading past you. No, that's not our approach. What we are trying to do here is to solve past question as early as possible and upload them on our site, and to help students. Actually, we are not going to be indicating that this is a past question, or this is past question of 2020, or this is past question of so. No, we are just going to solve as much as possible questions from different year, mix them together and upload them on our site respectively, depending on the courses. So those questions will serve as a reference. Students can go there and try to, maybe like, for example, you are on 1301, you are trying to solve calculus, you could go and check questions on calculus and try to practice more, just like an exercise for you to keep learning and learning and learning and learning. Yeah, so basically we know not everybody can actually solve past question, and not everybody can participate in the solution. So even though you cannot solve some past question, but you have some past questions that you could share with us, you could forward it to SMB. So it's either you have those past questions with you that you could share, or you have them and you also want to solve them. Or also sometimes Smartbukite might have a lot of past questions that we need solutions on. We are going to send out an email that, okay, we need solution on GSP, this GSP. Maybe you could be part of those that could provide solution, that you respond, then you help in solving that past question. So basically, if you have past question but you don't know how to solve them, you could send them to us. We'll find solutions to them. Secondly, if you have past questions and you have solutions, you could also forward the two to us. And lastly, if you have solutions, past question might be sent to you for you to create solutions to them. Yeah, so that's it about past question. So in terms of solution, not only past questions are applicable here. Sometimes you might have some quizzes, some tutorials, some difficult questions. Sometimes lecturers might give out tutorial questions, things like that. So if you find solutions to them, you might decide to share it to us, so that we could upload it and broadcast it to all the students in the university, so that it could help. And even people that are coming in the back of you could appreciate what you've done, and also get to use the materials you used. So basically that's it about summation of past question and solution. So whatever it is, if you are interested in this, you can also send an email. And those of you that have actually selected this, no problem, we are going to follow up with you and let you know more about past question and solutions. Alright, great. So the next is student diary. So alright, this student diary was recently set up by the Smartbukites social media team. Basically, its focus is to help students to learn from experience. There are a lot of people that have experience, that have gone through a lot in the university, and not only in the university, one way or the other in terms of their youth life. So you could share that experience. Somebody might be in your shoe, and them getting to read your experience and try to see what you've gone through could actually helps a lot. And which means they said experience is the best teacher. Some of us, if we could try to learn from the people above us, I'm very sure that we are going to perform better than we are doing right now, or maybe perform even much better. So basically, this is to focus on sharing real life stories. Sometimes you might share your success story, your failure story, sadness, experience, whatever it is, whatever story you think might be beneficial to the students and can create impact, can actually help them learn and have some little insights on how to live their life in the university. You could share this with us. I know some of you have actually selected this. We are going to reach out to you to start sharing your stories with us. And anybody again that actually want to participate in this, you could help out. I know a lot of people have a lot of story. Everybody have a story. Everybody have me. I also have my own story, and I think I've shared some. So you could share your story, but in this story, you might decide not to put your name, because sometimes you might be sharing a sad story and you don't want people to know the source. Don't worry, Smartbukites will protect your identity. You don't have to put your name in the diary. You don't have to anything. You can just be using pronouns for whatever thing you are writing and things like that. You don't have to show. You don't have to let the reader know who you are. What the aim of this is to help people to learn. And when you share the story, you share it anonymously, which means people don't have to even know who you are. So that's it about student diary. The next one is freelancing and copywriting. Yeah. So if you find out that maybe you are good at writing, you can write excellently, you know how to write things, maybe a blog post, an article, a story, whatever thing, you know that you have this copywriting skill, you could reach out to Smartbukites. If you have a story, if you have an article, something you think can impact the student, something you think can actually change students' life, something you think can actually add to their experience, whatever it is in terms of articles and blogs sharing, or even though you found out maybe a news, you want to write about a procedure or how-to content, whatever content you can create in terms of writing, you can write your content and forward it to Smartbukites. We are going to review it, make corrections, add to it, and give you recommendations. Then after reviewing it, then we can upload it on our site and include your name as the author of the article. Yeah, so if you have copywriting skill, you could reach out to us. In fact, even if you even want to learn further, if you want to learn, we have some team, there's some dedicated team in terms of copywriting. They could actually help you learn more on how to write, how articles are being written, and things like that. So if you're interested in this, you can also send an email also regarding this and reply and let us know that okay, you are interested in copywriting. Yeah, so that's it for copywriting. Let's move to the second to the last. So okay, so the next one is graphics design. A lot of us have design skills. We know how to do graphic design, some kind of art, some kind of innovation, things like that. So if you have any arts that you can design, so any design that you could do, you can reach out to us. Maybe we have a design that we want to design now. You could help us do the design, and we'll give you credits for that. You might put your signature in part of the design. There's no problem regarding that, so that you can get to advertise yourself and also help the students. Sometimes we like sharing motivational speech, and those motivational speech requires some design. You need to do some kind of graphics design and make it look better. You could help in doing that also. If you have any creative design that you think can impact the students, you think whenever SMBs post it can help students learn something or could pass a particular message to the students, you could help out in doing any graphic design and sharing it, and we'll be very, very glad to have it and to share it with the entire students of Bayer University. So that's it about graphics design. So the last but not the least is relevant information sharing. So we know that information is key, information is power, information is very, very good. So whatever information you have that you think can benefit the student, maybe in terms of scholarship, in terms of internship opportunity, whatever information you think is relevant, maybe it's some news about ASU that the Smartbukites don't know yet, or something, any information at large that you think will be very, very relevant and benefits the students, you could share it with us. We'll be very, very glad and very, very happy to have such information. Yeah, so that's it about anybody can share information, anybody, and those that actually register in terms of sharing information, you could help in making sure that you explore some information and things like that. So basically, scholarship, internship opportunity, job opportunity, whatever it is, you can share with the entire students, and we'll be very, very glad to have it. Okay, so that's it about things that you can contribute and things. So if you still have a lot of things that you have in mind that you think maybe you could contribute that could help foster growth and help students at large, you could actually forward it forward. You could push it forward. We'll be very, very happy to have it and to bring rub mindset with you. So the last thing I'll be reviewing is how can you connect with Smartbukites? How can you reach out to us? All this thing I've been explaining. You need to communicate something to us. You want to quickly say something to us. There's something that needs to be done. There's something that needs to be treated. You want to submit something. Anyway, anything you want. These are channels that you could use to communicate to us fastly and quickly. So even though sometimes we might be connecting you directly to some of our members directly, we might be connecting you to some of our members. But if you want to communicate to Smartbukites directly, these are the channels. You could follow us on Twitter and Facebook. We are on Facebook, we are on Twitter. Smartbukites. Smartbukites is our name. Once you search it, you see it, and you could connect with us via that. If you also have an official thing to share with us, you could quickly send it to info@smartbukites.com. Always we are there. We always respond to your emails. Whatever thing you have to share, you have news, you want to submit diary, whatever thing you have, you want to contribute, send it to info@smartbukites.com, and we'll be very, very happy to appreciate it. Okay, so let's say you are not good in all these activities, and what you are best suitable for is WhatsApp. Here's our WhatsApp number. If you chat us up, we'll always reply. Whatever thing that you want to share, or maybe just like a fast link, whatever thing you want to share, you can reach out to us on WhatsApp, and we'll be very, very happy to respond to you and to rub mindset with you. Yeah, so we still have you are still going to have engagement with some of our team members, our main permanent members. Don't worry, you get to reach out to us, and even if school resumes, sometimes we might decide to meet up even during schools and things like that. Yeah, so you can continue contributing and helping the student at large, and I pray may God help us throughout all this process, and we pray may the academic system continue changing, and a lot of people should see the vision and the goal of how we could make things easy and things simpler for the entire student and everybody. Yeah, so I know some of you will be asking question, okay, contributor, how can I be a member? How can I be? So membership at SMB is somehow difficult because things are very hectic down here. It is not that easy. It is not that simple. Things are very very difficult most of the times because you have to manage SMB, you have to do academics, a lot of things that has to be done. So we want you to start from somewhere, which is the contributor. Those of you that still have goals that you want to be part of the main team at Smartbukites, you want to be part of the permanent member, you want to be part of the trustees, you want to be part of the executive team. So you have to start from somewhere. Depending on how you've engaged the students, depending on how you are contributing, from there we can start promoting you. We can start adding you and give you appointments down to our membership. So that's it about SMB. Thank you very much. My name is Badru Sulaiman, as I've said earlier. You can connect with me on Twitter at Badru_. I'll be very very much very much happy to talk to you. Whatever question you have, you can push it further. And I still have a lot of my friends out there, a lot of my colleagues at Smartbukites. Don't worry, you get to know them one after the other. Some of them will be sending emails to you directly. They will be telling you that they're from SMB, and maybe you'll be working with them directly, whatever it is. But if you have any question, you could send your questions to Smartbukites, or you can chat me up on Twitter. I'm always available. You could talk to me if you have a personal discussion that you want to discuss with me. You could chat me up on Twitter. I'm on Twitter. And if you have something official to say, you could send it to Smartbukites and chat Smartbukites up on Twitter. Yeah, so thank you very much. I really appreciate your time. Thank you for your time and your cooperation. It's not actually easy. Not everybody could actually take their time to watch the video and apply and go through all those processes. Yeah, you want to change the system, and we are very very glad about that. We love people with great initiative. We love people that want to create an impact, and we are very very glad to have you here. So thank you very much, and thank you very much for your time.